this Vermont or heaven? It's Vlogmas year 11.
Well, good morning and happy day 7. I can't believe that it's a week of Vlogmas today. Yippee! This morning, actually, I went and fed the pigs the Chick-fil-A salads that we got yesterday for free because they were like weirdly in the online order, and the pigs are really enjoying them. I'm watching them through the window. And speaking of food, I need to make myself my avocado bread. And I got a bunch of avocados before I went out of town for 3 days or so. And so a lot of them have now ripened. And I'm like, I need to choose one immediately. This is the vibe today. Why are the leg warmers kind of giving plur? Like giving rave girl. Is this in focus? I ain't got my glasses on. Where did I even put them? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. I have my avocado bread. It is one whole avocado on 2 pieces of bread, for those of you who may be curious. The wood stove, unfortunately, she's gonna have to stay on today. It was in the 20s outside last night, and it has been for a couple of days in a row now, and tonight the low is 18. So needless to say, we're gonna need the heat from this pellet stove, okay? Normally I try to turn it down to setting number 1, which is this one right now, but the louder one is setting number 2. A lot of you probably don't care about this at all, but setting number 2 is like the one that's high enough to heat this room and even into the kitchen a little bit as well. And then at night we turn it down to 1 just because we're already cozied up in our flannel sheets in bed and stuff like that. But then as soon as we wake up, set that bad boy to 2. Anyway, I just got a little thing in the mail and it says Finley Santa, and Lindsay told me she was gonna be shipping my presents here for Finley to wrap up for me from her. So I just got something like that, and I'm gonna eat my avocado bread. Honestly, I have a lot to do today, honeys. I have some brand work to do. The dogs are going to the vet today because the vet was sick while I was out of town, and so they had me reschedule to 2 days later, which is fine because now I can go with them and we're gonna go as a family, which is exciting. It's always easier to, like, you know, handle both dogs as 2 people rather than 1 person. I know sometimes Lindsay talks about this in her vlogs, like it can be even overwhelming just to walk 2 little dogs. And I know you people out there who maybe have a lot of big dogs are like, girl, you don't even know. But yeah, so we're gonna go take them to the vet today and have their teeth checked out, and then they'll probably schedule some kind of a follow-up dental appointment because it's not until later in the afternoon, so Lord knows they're not doing extractions today. But I'm pretty sure that Larry is gonna need to get a tooth extracted, one that's looking a little finicky. Just Chihuahua things. And dachshund things, honestly. Little dogs have the worst breath because, well, you know, a lot of my vet techs and vets possibly watching this video, you guys know, like they have a tiny little mouth and their teeth just crowd in there and they're more susceptible to like tartar and gum problems and tooth problems and just all that kind of stuff. At least that's what my vet told me when Larry got a dental back in 2021. And so we're just kind of checking in on that dental and seeing like if anything needs to be followed up with. And with Rue, she's just never gotten one. So we're gonna have her go in for like her pre-exam for the dental, I think, today. Finley only did 1 day of his advent calendar last night, and I'm looking at days 5 and 6 and 7 today. He'll have to do 3 tonight. I'll make him do it, but he needs to be like, wow, cool, like fast, you know? We need to speed this up because once he falls behind, it's just gonna be hard. Or even he could like take a big shot of all of the cards together. I feel like that's a good vibe, and he could just point out his favorite ones. But I love having him do his holiday calendar because it's just nice, and he really loves Pokemon, like loves Pokemon. Just 27-year-old man things. Games from your youth, you can love them at any age, okay? I need to stop talking. I'm starving. I woke up multiple times last night. I slept like shit. I need to just like feed myself and do my work today. Do I have pepper in my teeth? Be honest. Finley always lies when I ask if I have food in my teeth in public, like if we're on a date or something. I'm like, is there any, you know, lettuce or anything? And he's like, yeah, a really big piece. Oh my God. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys briefly about something that one person literally asked about, and it is our renovation fund. So somebody asked, and I have talked about this on Patreon. I did a financing of buying a house video basically, and I went through like every single step that we took of like the pre-buying to buying a house process. I will put it on the screen and you can join my Patreon and see that. But somebody asked this in my comment section the other day on like a renovation vlog, and they were like, how are you guys budgeting for the renovation and like keeping track of it and all that kind of stuff? But I do want to say, when we bought this house, we set aside an amount that we wanted to pay for the renovation, and we put it in a separate bank account. So that's what the projects and all of that stuff is funded from. And I literally just keep track of everything in a transaction register checkbook, because honestly, I feel like we don't really write that many checks. So a lot of the purchases and stuff that we're doing for the house are like online transfers to people for paying invoices, like for the roof. We didn't like handwrite them a check for that job, you know? And then I just keep track of every single one of those receipts. Everything that comes in and out of our renovation fund, I put in this bad boy. And I just did a like total tally for almost the end of 2023 work, which I'll probably just make an entire Patreon video about, just going through and being like, this is how expensive it was to get sander parts for when we decided to refinish the upstairs floors. Because a lot of the stuff, and we were talking about this with my family on Thanksgiving, my aunt and uncle, my uncle was like, yeah, you know, I've done a lot of stuff around my house, but I just felt like every job that I would do, I would have to pay like $500 in tools. And so sometimes it's just easier to hire out. And Finley was like, yeah, I'm really lucky because I already had a lot of the tools. So sometimes it's more just like getting parts for my tools, but for the most part, like I have a lot of the stuff like in my workshop for it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this today because I was just like kind of balancing our checkbook, I suppose. And now I know what we have spent in total with the roof so far. And yeah, I feel like it's kind of on par with what I thought we would have paid at this point in time. And without the roof, it's like way different. So yeah, probably at the beginning of 2024, I'll make a video for Patreon where I go over every single job, how much it costs, and all that kind of good stuff. But there are some things that are like impending right now, like the bedroom renovation. And I don't know, maybe I'll just get real about that for a second with you guys, but there's just a lot of things all at once happening, like having to replace our oven, having to replace our garage door, doing driveway work. Like there's always a different little project, you know, that we could be directing our attention to. So when we have a project as big as the bedroom, sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, we did the drywall, but now let's just like take a break and not put up the second piece of drywall for the closet until maybe we install the garage door and the garage door opener because it's winter and we want to like be able to do that, you know? So it's like things get shifted around in the queue of when we're completing things. But the bedroom renovation is, in my brain, like the biggest project that we have done so far, and will look totally different as a transformation before and after. We did a huge demolishing of a portion of the room to like open it up and whatnot, and it's still super high priority. We were just talking about it this morning actually, because Finley is working on one of the garage door openers right now, like having to install the upper part of it that, like, you know, you press your little button and it'll drag it up, but it's like that big machine that you put at the top of the ceiling that drags the garage door up. Anyway, that's like what he's working on right now. And we were talking about how for right now, he should probably just do one of the garage doors and not start on the second, because we want to focus more back on the bedroom, because that's also going to be our nursery. Because people have asked about that. But yeah, when our baby comes in May, they'll be in our bedroom with us. And also, speaking of baby, we have some furniture, like baby furniture, that was mine when I was a child. Not just mine, but like me and my siblings. I was just the youngest. And I'm also the first to get Praggernaut, so my mom offered it to me, and we're going home. So we're doing, I haven't talked about a lot of these things, but this is like fun, big updates, you know? So we're probably gonna go home like right before Christmas, and we're spending Christmas in Virginia, and we do that like every year now. And then we spend the new year, like the first week or so of January, in Georgia. So we're gonna be doing a big road trip for that. And when we see my parents in the new year, my mom said that we can take some of that furniture up here and just see like what we want to refinish, if some of it is like outdated or like still usable, you know, because baby stuff and rules change and come and go, and trends and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, like antique furniture, and I know there's a bassinet and a changing table and some other stuff like that that we could definitely take. I'm just excited to have like heirloom things that I used when I was a tiny tyke. So we'll have that and put those in our room, and I already have like an entire, you know, mood board, like vision board in my head for how I'm gonna place the furniture. And the only thing in the bedroom that's probably gonna be kind of like transient or changeable is the closet, because I would love to get more like permanent storage or just make something that's more of like a built out setup later. But we do have clothing racks, just like ones that I got, I think literally from Walmart or Target or something when I moved to Virginia, and there wasn't a lot of closets at the Virginia house, and the ones that were there, it was like coat closets, you know, and like, honey, I got a lot of clothes. When my uncle came over the other week, he looked in this room at all of our clothes and he goes, who has this many pairs of shoes? And I was like, I know, I have a problem, Uncle Rob. Anyway, I will be very excited for the bedroom and closet and all of that kind of stuff to come about, but probably will just use temporary clothing racks for a little bit. And I'll probably do some brainstorming of an organizational setup with my sister, because she loves that shit. And it's always nice when you're doing certain spaces in a house to talk to people who are passionate about that kind of stuff. You know, like if she really likes organizing, I'm gonna ask her about that. If my mom really likes refinishing furniture, I'm gonna ask her about that, and just have it be a fun little talking point. Anyway, this was a really long clip, but I just wanted to update you on something random today. I need to get back to work. I got a little sidetracked with the renovation budget, and then I started thinking about some questions that I've seen in the comments. When I go to the vet, they're gonna be like, is that Kris Kringle? Is he gonna sing me a jingle? Yep. I normally don't wear my Bone Apple Tip merch out of the house very often, just because, you know, sometimes you get a deranged look or somebody looking at you being like, is that what I think it is? Does that say what I think it says? It says tit, right? And you're like, yeah. But I would wear it to Zumba and stuff like that because the ladies loved it. But I'm gonna wear it to the vet today. Cozy. Okay, we gotta put the dogs in the car and head out. And I gotta change my damn battery.
You're a good boy. You're a brave boy. You're strong and handsome. I'm doing all of Larry's affirmations before he goes into the vet. We're here, darlings. But Rue and Finley are in there first.
We decided to take them in one by one when we got here, because normally we go in all at the same time, all four of us. And then Finley was like, maybe it would be easier just to have Rue go in and like get her teeth checked and then have, you know, drop her back off with you, get Larry and do the same thing. And I was like, that does actually sound easier than bringing everybody in and having one of the dogs wait on my lap while he watches Rue get her teeth done. You know what I mean? Like, he probably would just get a little bit more anxious watching her. And normally Larry does take meds before he comes to the vet, but he didn't take any today because I forgot. He's only taken them like 2 times though, so it's not like some all the time thing that he does. So he'll probably be fine just going in. And he'll probably go in with Dad, and that'll be a nice time, right? Because Dad knows how to hold you because he was a dog groomer. Yeah, that's what we're up to. Just cuddling, and I'm reading comments on my phone from yesterday's vlog, and we've just been talking about Christmas and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really excited for this weekend because it's Thursday today when I'm filming this, and this weekend we have some fun festive things going on around us, and I'm just getting hype for doing all of that. Just thinking about my plans, darlings. Hope you're having a good day. Is this my Missy Rue Orstrom? How'd you do, chicken? You did good in there, huh? Let's tell everybody the 411. Okay, Finley just told me a very brief 411 when he came to pick up Larry to bring him inside. And he said Rue did really well. Good girl. It's always nicer when you go in alone and you can just kind of chill out and not have any anxieties about the vet like your big bro. But he said that she definitely, you know, has some like plaque and tartar buildup, and that she is recommended to get a dental cleaning, and that they know that they can't see as much with their eyes as they can with an x-ray. So she'll come in for an x-ray and stuff like that, and then get some stuff checked out just to see if they need to like do any extractions, but probably just get some cleaning done, huh? Yeah. Good girl, Rue. You did so good. Such a talented little dog for only being Kiko 2.2 pounds. Just kidding, she's 10 pounds. We're gonna grab dinner at Tito's Taqueria before we head home. Just a little grab and go. The size of Chipotle burritos is canceled forever. This is a giant honker. Size of Rue. I had some bites of my burrito on the way home, but yes, we went to Tito's Taqueria. And it's kind of like a Chipotle vibe, but are you guys ever like, damn, I fucked up? And then you can't stop thinking about it and being like, why did I do that to my order? I got salsa and then immediately was like, I really don't like tomatoes, peppers, and onions right now in my pregnancy. Like every time I have them, it kind of makes my tummy feel weird. And there's like 100% a lot of salsa in this. So now I'm like, why did I do this to myself? But it's very large and in charge. I also got a ton of guacamole, which I never do.
And I'm pretty sure the guacamole has a ton of onions in it too. I'm like, damn, I just messed up this order. I really did. But like, if I wasn't pregnant, this would slay. And it tastes good, but it's just spicy. And I even got the mild. I might have to take a break for a second from this. This is hard on me. I know, Rue. Rue came to see if I'm gonna drop anything on the floor. Time for my daily sweetie treaty. Wait, why is there nothing in 7? Did I accidentally open that one yesterday or something? Oh, God. Oh, no. Guys, I think I forgot to put something in 7 on accident. That's embarrassing. Guess we'll have to dig out of the magic bag. What are we going to get? Oh, hell yeah. Bone apple tip. Okay, I put on a little Christmas ambiance video. It also has some like muffled Christmas music, but I just have it muted right now because I am going to decorate and turn on the music to accompany me. So I can just fast forward this clip a little bit, but I want to do the mantle. It's not as big of a space as you would think. I had some books up here and I'm like, I really hope that these fit our stockings this year, and also that it doesn't look that weird just because the pellet stove is off center. So I'm gonna try to like, you know, just figure out my spacing and everything like that. I've just had all of these Christmas decorations out on the ground for a couple of days now. This was all of like the ornaments and that box is done, but the rest of it is just like, you know, little gadgets and gizmos and candles and my little elf on a shelf and wreath and all these kinds of random things. So I moved the books to here for now, and I'm fine with them just staying there temporarily, and I could probably even add to those stacks whenever I find more of my books around the house, but ideally one day we'll just have a big bookshelf in here. But anyway, let's stay on track and start Christmas decorating with the stockings. So far so good, they fit, these long ones. I honestly think I'm just gonna do 4 of our stockings, so 1 for me, 1 for Finn, 1 for each of the dogs, and then we'll hang baby stocking like in a windowsill somewhere. So I'm probably just gonna do that. This was my stocking when I was a baby, and now it's gonna be our baby stocking. Finley reminded me that last year I gave him a very Casey Christmas. I believe I gave him this, like I ordered it for him and gave it to him as a little like random surprise before I had even gotten a new record player, so we never even got to listen to it. So this is gonna be our first time. Oh my God, it's green. I forgot. Look at this gorgeous vinyl. Oh my God. Our one beautiful Christmas album. I love it. Okay, I'm actually gonna listen to this instead of the Christmas ambiance video, because that's just generic Christmas music. This is Miss Musk. Alright. I'm also just organizing what to bring into the kitchen and what to leave in here. And Rue's having a fun time. Okay, this is where I'm stopping tonight. I am just kind of going with the flow of the space. There's not that many places to decorate. Some of this stuff I'm still just gonna try to find places for as I like get more acquainted with things, but I put this little sign here instead of our little baby week by week marker. I also hid Mr. Me-Seek Santa in there, and behind my workspace in the window I have all my little miniatures. She's my favorite every year with her little cute Christmas tree. But honestly guys, I have a headache and I feel so nauseous. Over here I also put my quilted stocking from Psychic Outlaw and this little snowman who I think is ice skating every year. I never know. It looks like they're ice skating. Look at this little cutie and his tiny little paws. I love you, Larry. My sweetie left me half of the Swiss Miss hot chocolate donut so I could enjoy it too. So I'm gonna have that now. I think I'm feeling a little nauseous hungry. I took some Excedrin for my headache as well because it was just feeling like a pounding headache. And shout out to the person who commented on one of my recent vlogs about the migraines. Thank you so much for telling me to get the blood pressure monitor. This person was basically just like, this is helpful information for your midwife to know if low blood pressure is associated with migraines or high blood pressure associated with migraines. Like either way, she needs to know. But my blood pressure is currently normal, so that's good to know. But I'm gonna eat this and just like not be on screens for a little while to make my headache go away. Oh my god, this is so good. Hello and welcome to my bed. My head is hurting a little bit less, and so I'm actually just gonna pop back onto my laptop because I've been meaning to tell you guys about what I'm asking for Christmas. I love doing these videos, and I normally do them around this time, like first week or so of Vlogmas. So let's pull them up, honey. So first of all, I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, but I have 2 lists this year because I have basically 2 families that I celebrate Christmas with. And apparently my sister has been doing this too. It's like making a Christmas list for Jared's family and then making one for ours. And I had never done that over the past few years. And it last year backfired. And there was a little bit of double gifting and some confusion. And at my mom's request, she was like, please, just make 2 lists. It's not hard. And I was like, Lisa, you made some really good points here. So I'm gonna start off reading my list for the Hughes family. My number 1 gift that I've been asking for a few years now, and I'm shocked that I just haven't bought it myself. Honestly, if I don't get it this year, I will buy it for myself, but I'm asking for a 14 karat yellow gold 18-inch chain moon necklace. I went through all of the ones on Etsy, and there are a couple of different like varieties of them, you know, different sizes, different shapes, but I finally settled on this one, and I just love it a lot. I am a moon girl. I'm obsessed with Miss Luna. Literally every time I see the moon, especially if it's a toenail moon, a little just, you know, crescent, I go, oh, toenail moon. And I just want to hold it to my heart, you know, and just have it as like an everyday chain. And so that's my number 1. My number 2 is Willie Carlisle's To Tell You the Truth blue vinyl. I saw Willie at the end of November, and it was a fantastic show. I was actually vlogging, so shout out to you if you saw that vlog. But yeah, I don't have any of his vinyl, and I really enjoy him, so I asked for that specifically. Normally I ask for just like vinyl in general, but it's nice to just like name one and be like, this is the one I want. And then my next thing is just warm maternity pants. And this is totally one of those things too, where it's like, if I don't get it as a gift, I'll just 100% buy it for myself, because the number 1 thing that I've been struggling with, fashionably speaking, is just not having warm pants for the winter that actually fit my growing body and bump. So I asked for these pants from Hatch. They're a vegan suede, and I'm just asking for them in a medium and hoping that they fit, because the size chart was like, measure your body, you know, like pre-pregnancy and then go from there kind of. And I already had my measurements actually in my phone from my body pre-pregnancy, which I just keep in my notes, which is just helpful, honestly, if it's not triggering for you, just to keep track of, because then you don't have to like measure your body all the time and find your freaking tape measure for your bod, which is hard for me because I never know where it is. You know, my life is in boxes. But yeah, hopefully those fit. But honestly, just I live for a brown palette. I've been talking about this, you know, I love like a camel color, like the Carhartt brown is my aesthetic. Like I just want everything in that color. Like the color of a cardboard box is all I ever want to wear. My next thing I'm asking for was a huge recommendation from you guys when I was going through and asking on Instagram for like winter gear and what the people in the cold climates are wearing. And you know, whether it was in Minnesota, Canada, or the Arctic, people were like, I wear Uniqlo Heat Tech Ultra Warm leggings. So I'm asking for those as well, just in black. And apparently they're iconic
for underlayers and just wearing underpants and stuff like that. And I pretty much every single day, I'm actually wearing them today. I would show you, but I'm sitting down and you can't see them. But every day, pretty much, I wear my half days, like merino wool underlayer long johns. And they're incredible and I love them, but also sometimes they're dirty and I need another pair because I live in Vermont now, honey. It's gonna be always needed. And then I'm asking for 2 cookbooks. One is Let Them Eat Dirt by Andrea Bemis. I've been following Andrea on Instagram for years and she has been making these recipes and sharing them, and she specifically cooks them mostly for her daughters, and I'm just very interested in all of the kind of like farm life oriented cooking. And I specifically asked for these cookbooks from my family because I know my mom like follows Andrea's page and is familiar with her. And then also I'm asking for The First 40 Days, The Essential Art of Nourishing the New Mother, because I've heard wonderful things about this cookbook, specifically from my friend who has a 4-month-old. She was like, that book was just amazing for me and helped me so much with just like, you know, asking for people if they wanted to come over and see my son. I would be like, okay, yeah, and bring, you know, something frozen for us that we can keep in the freezer and, you know, have like a stew just ready to go whenever, that they don't need to like worry too much about. But yeah, I low-key hope that my mom gets me those because I know that she follows a lot of like baby pages where it's like baby eats. She follows this one that she tells me about all the time and I cannot remember the name, but it's like a very popular like baby eating page, and she'll send me random reels from it of like a baby eating mashed beets and she'll be like, just beautiful, love them, or something. I'm like, okay, queen. She doesn't talk like how I just imitated her, but yeah. Anyway, the last thing on this list is just any Darn Tough wool socks. Darn Tough is a Vermont sock brand and they're so warm. I got 2 pairs when I went to the Outfitter store in Brattleboro a couple weeks ago. I was vlogging then too. And again, like the underlayers, I could just use more of them. And then for the list that I made for Finley's family, my number 1 and 2 are just the top and bottom underlayers from Carrie Tra or Kari Tra with 2 A's. I'll put them here. I'm asking for the rose long sleeve base layer and the rose high-waisted base layer pants in the color taupe. And I'm very excited about these because these were highly recommended as well by my cold weather girlies out there. And oh yeah, they're just really cute too. And they're like 100% merino wool, I'm pretty sure. Whereas like some other brands, like even my half days ones are like a merino wool blend with something else in them, like bamboo or, you know, some spandex or something like that. Whereas the Carrie Tra ones are just straight up wool, brother. And then also I mentioned this in my vlog the other day when I was having my little baking segment with Sasha in Rhode Island, but I'm asking for a KitchenAid cordless hand blender. I'm asking for this one in onyx and I'm very excited about it because I would just love an immersion hand blender for soups and not have to like dump a hot soup into my blender. It's just, you guys get it. They're so convenient. They're even convenient for like mixing and, you know, baking and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm burping a lot in this clip. It was the donut I ate before filming this. All right, this next one, oh Lord, I really hope I get this because I'm in my 2nd trimester and I'm just like hoping that this would be of good support for my body, but I'm asking for the Bubs maternity pillow. There are a lot of maternity pillows out on the market, but my friend Carrie Rad has this one and I've heard wonderful things. It's also pretty easy to like deconstruct and use as just a back pillow or bring it in the car with you compared to those really big long ones where it's like almost like a boyfriend pillow, like a literal human-sized pillow where it's just like, okay, we don't need all that. So I'm asking for that one and I really hope I get that. But again, I totally would buy that for myself. I actually bought that for my best friend Maddie, who's pregnant. I just sent it to her because when I was adding this to my list, I was like, I'm gonna have Maddie try this out. And then just as something little cutie pie, I'm asking for some of those Addie Knits flower barrettes. They're so freaking cute. I love Addie Knits on Instagram. Arden Rose is the one who like put me on to her and her dresses are so cute, but I think right now for my changing body, it's just better for me to ask for like under layers and base layers and stuff like that that will like grow with me, or like I can easily, you know, stretch in those. But when it comes to other clothes, I'm kind of like not really asking for much of that this year. But I did want to put something from Addie Knits on my list. So I put just her cute little flower barrettes, and I hope I get them because they're so epic cute. I know Arden has them and they just look adorable on her. And then lastly, I'm just asking for a colorful blanket scarf like this one from Etsy, because last year for Christmas my sister's boyfriend Jared got me a big chunky colorful scarf, and I keep it in my car now because like I just wear it everywhere. It's like a huge blanket, and every time I put it on I'm like, it looks like I'm wearing a neck brace. This thing is so large, but it's so warm, and I just want like another fun colorful one. So I asked for that. And then also at the bottom of the list I was just kind of like, some fun facts about me. You know, I wear only gold jewelry if you're feeling inclined for that, and I also collect vinyl. You can always ask Finley to check if I already have something in my collection, but I would be happy with any music you choose. Love you guys, thanks for reading. And I put, I think, that same message at the bottom of my family's list as well. You know, just some reminders. I also put like my sizes, like I'm 5'3", I wear a size 6 or 6.5 shoe, like stuff like that, you know? Anyway, that's my Christmas list this year. It was kind of hard for me to think of things to add to my list, but then once I started actually brainstorming about it, I was just like, warm base layers and things for Vermont, things for the baby and me as like a new mother. But I also didn't want to ask for like too much baby stuff because we're gonna have a baby shower. Finley and I both actually, we're gonna do like a Jack and Jill shower. My dad told me that's what they're called when like the man attends. Sorry y'all, my camera died. But we'll probably do a shower closer to like April or something because I'm due at the end of May. And I already talked to my mom and my mother-in-law about this because my mom threw me my bridal shower, and I was thinking like, since it's gonna be a Jack and Jill shower with Finley, that it could be cute to have his mom throw us the baby shower, and also because Virginia is just closer for us and I'm gonna be very pregnant at my baby shower, you know? So I don't want to travel too far around that time. So yeah, we're planning for like early April or something, but it's very loose plans, like no date set, none of that. I literally just told my mother-in-law recently on the phone, I was like, and we want to have a combined baby shower together at your house. Would you host it? But she was so excited. She was like, oh my God, yes. Oh, she loves hosting. So that'll definitely be super fun. And I feel like it'll be fun too to have like our Virginia friends come, because we have more friends that are couples in Virginia than anywhere else. And also when I told my Georgia besties about my pregnancy back in November when I went home, they were like, we'll travel to Virginia for a baby shower, honey. And I was like, wow, that's really nice. But yeah, I've been talking to some of my friends about it actually, because, you know, it's just nice to drop the idea in people's minds, like, are you free in April at any point? Just letting your ass know. But also, I don't expect people to like travel near and far for it. Like, honestly, if it was just Virginia people, I would be like, this is fine. Anyway, I'm talking a lot, but I just love talking to you, and I just wanted to update you on some of that stuff, but also just tell you what I'm asking for Christmas, because sometimes it's helpful. Somebody commented on one of my last videos when I was talking about, I think, just the hand blender, and they were like, oh my God, yes, please share your list, because like I need ideas of like what to ask for myself and then also gift other people, because I feel like just hearing what's on other people's lists, you're like, yeah, that's a nice idea. Anyway, I'm probably just gonna start editing this vlog now and kind of wind down for the night because it is a ripe 11:45. Oh my God. I told myself that if I'm not editing by 11:30 every night, I will indeed be awake until at least 2, because it takes me a while just to like go through all the clips and whatever. I have edited earlier today. I've actually been doing a lot of work today on the computer. Don't come over here, stink bug. I had some brand work to do today, so a couple hours of my day were for that, filming for Instagram content and sending that in, and that'll probably go up in the next week or so, depending on approval. And then I actually have 2 VLOGMAS brand deals as well that I'll be doing. One will be a pre-filmed video, and then the other will be just like incorporated into the regular content, but just wanted to let you guys know. Normally I don't do many deals during VLOGMAS at all, just because it's such like a crazy month, but Q4 has been a lot. I feel like a lot of times at the end of the year, brands are just like, we have a marketing budget and we're gonna spend it. You know what I mean? So yeah, just wanted to update you guys on that. But
Anyway, I'll have to call Mr. Finley in here in a second and have him do his advent calendar for you for the Fin Cam.
Got some real powerhouse cards tonight. I did 3 days at once. Meg told me very smartly to just lay them out first instead of spending 6 minutes trying to open one sliver slot with one hand. So see, I wish you could see how fucking shiny they are. Also, my fingers are so fucked. I never want to show them in the camera this close. Was this really the coolest one here? This XP share? That's pretty lame. Damn, that's a weak set right there. But I'll tell you, that was a weak ass set. But check this out. Oh god damn. I missed the generation that Trevenant was in, and I saw him randomly when I was playing Sword and Shield, and I was like, holy fucking damn, that thing's dope. And I like both of these guys too, so that was a really sick set for me. Skarmory is cool. I like this Dynamo guy. Toga Damaro or whatever is really cool because he's so fat. And this one's just really nice dark color. It's cohesive. It's nice. And it's always good to comment which Pokemon you like best from the ones I pulled that day, because which is like the cutest or coolest.
By the light of the candle in the Christmas tree, we are going to hit the hay. Well, at least Finley and the dogs are.
Man.
What?
It's something to say to the camera.
Are you naked?
I am going to stay awake for a little while longer and edit.
Stay up too late. It's 12:15.
I know. Well, don't be too late, Walter. It's Christmas Eve. Is that chocolate or... Okay. It's not.
It's freezing cold tonight.
Yeah, it is going to be freezing cold.
2 hours warm up in the house.
I got a long night of editing ahead of me and then a long night of sleeping, hopefully, with no wake-ups, just chilling in Cedar Rapids. You're really tucked in. That's nice.
I've got Larry here.
I can't even see him.
Do you have anything to say, Larry?
He had a good day. He's proud of himself.
Well, he didn't really have that great a day.
Well, he's proud of himself that he went to the vet and let them check out his teeth.
Oh, very proud of you. You did an amazing job with the vet today.
He really did. Both of the dogs did really well. I realized I never said anything about Larry's teeth, but he has to go in for a dental. And they'll do that in January with probably at least one extraction. But we already knew that. Like, the tooth has been wiggly, so they knew that they have to take that one out and then maybe a couple of others. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed hearing about my Christmas list and what I'm asking for. I'll probably do, when I'm wrapping gifts and stuff, like you'll be able to see what I'm gifting this year, but that'll be another day. Okay, you can go and support me on Patreon if you so please for as little as $1 a month. I love you very much, and I'll see you in the morning. Stay smiling. Bye, y'all.